Heard you a snitch, nigga be quiet cause you could get bitch. I keep a chopper, it's loaded. Hop with the rolls, got my name on the curtain. Fucking your thought and I do that for certain. And I stay clean like detergent. Popping on Xannies and popping on Perk. Burn up on me, you get cut like a turkey. I just want this bitch inside of Billy. I'm open no roof, got stars up on the roof. So my freedom.
Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to episode 2, part 2 of, Darkness, deku. So, yeah, let's, get this shit on the road. We're not gonna be going in on the man himself. We ain't looking at the, figurehead, Izuku Midoriya. Now we're going to take one step behind him, and then another, and then 3 more steps. We're gonna go down the proverbial food chain at the moment. At the minute, fucking at the moment, fuck. But yeah, we're gonna go down to the people who control the foot traffic. To the 3 people who are the figureheads and the quote-unquote leader of the gang known as the Darkling Syndicate. The Darkling Syndicate is ran by 3 people. Voss is the main head. Visdra is the head. Well, actually, no, it's not Visdra. Wrong fucking character. It is Jackal, who is in charge of the drug enhancement and dispersal unit, and Hyde, which is, well, pretty self-explanatory if you ever thought of Jackal and Hyde. The one that kills shit and bring bodies to Izuku to eat the hearts and then be incinerated, put in a fucking big old metal box and burnt to dust. But, we're gonna go to the Darkling Syndicate, which at this point is of a couple, like, I'm gonna say about 100 Darkling strong, 200, well, not 100, 100 Darkling strong, with like 50 of the quote-unquote quirked animals, and the more specifically the quirked snakes and the quirked bird. Oh shit. Damn. Yeah, I am also uploading like another thing at the moment, so but yeah. Voss is in the middle of a meetup, not with any big crime family, but big enough to where they could possibly add another type of drug into the mix, into the underworld, something that Izuku has made especially addictive, and that could put people in his pocket. Something called Darkling's Kiss. Little bit of the venom caused by the serpentine and minions that Izuku is able to conjure. It is extremely hallucinogenic when eaten and addictive. It is surprisingly, you can't overdose on it. It'll just make the high last longer, which is strange. But it's addictive. Now, how addictive are you saying? Like, you would actually kill people for this shit off of, like, your first 2 hits. The first hit, it's like, you're a regular user of weed. You don't really have, like, I don't need it, I just smoke it. 2, oh, I need this to function in society. Like, Izuku kind of don't really give a fuck. Granted, that Izuku hasn't been blooded yet, but all of his little fucking darklings have. Little goblin creatures are the things that I'm specifically going to call darklings, and the serpent creatures I'm basically just going to call all the serpentine or some shit. I'll figure it out later. Dark serpentine. Fuck it. There. Canon. Anyway. But, yeah. Voss is able to cut a pretty decent deal with another little groupies that do gun running, specifically partial gun runner, mostly drug running, but Izuku is starting to get into the rhythm of, oh, wait a minute, I can make fake guns, which I'm surprised in the original that, like, no one really thought of this, right? I mean, not like the original What If, because to be real, I haven't even watched that one yet. I just, like, remembered, like, I seen it scrolling through my recommended. I'm like, oh, this exists, and I found the game recently. But, yeah, stories aside, it kind of just thought of, well, Izuku and the Darklings kind of just thought of, like, we don't have to run real guns, don't we? Like, can't we just, like, make a crate filled with, like, shadow guns and, like, just kind of leave them there? Granted, this shit takes concentration from Izuku, which means he can only get, like, 1 crate at a time out, which is important to note. Izuku starts gun running as well as using these weapons, and I'm not going to lie to you, the first, like, batch of guns that went out was a fucking extreme success. But, like, within that week, Izuku purposefully dropped concentration, and all of the guns kind of just vanished, and people think, oh, someone stole the guns. Because Izuku kind of made them, like, never run out of ammo unless they're in light. So, yeah. These things are amazing for fucking assassins. That, and they have no fucking, like, little fucking etching number on the side of the gun. And that, like, basically IDs the type of weapon. No one knows what the fuck this thing's gonna fire out. Hell, it could be a pistol and it'll shoot off a fucking AK round, and it will just literally look like a fucking standard issue fucking Glock 18. Like, it look completely regular. But it fires out something like a Barrett 50 cal round. Like, what the fuck? Just confuse the fuck out of people. Which, this made Izuku and the Darkling Syndicate fuck ton of money and gain more renown among the little sanctums and holes in the ground that are the underworld. But Izuku will think, yeah, no, the Darklings are my minions, but they all kind of look the same a little bit. Like they all, well, not the same, but like, you know what I mean. It's kind of weird to have people with like the same type of mutation quirks running around. So, nah, fuck it. It's time for a recruitment drive. So, granted, Izuku doesn't need to, but he's getting recruits. Why? Oh, well, simple. To have, you know, other people than the fucking Darklings running around. I mean, granted, like, most of them are pleasant-ish. They kind of talk kind of fucking weird, but at least fucking Gresh doesn't talk like that, which is like a Darkling that he accidentally, like, popped into existence that has, like, is about the same size as Tokoyami, and to be honest, looks like a fucking body double of Tokoyami. Which Izuku does remember and store that in the back of his head for later, because that's going to be fucking useful. But, yeah. He basically has, like, now a body double of him in Gresh. God damn it. But yeah, Izuku basically has a body double of himself in Tokoyami, which is named Gresh and Ash, that are basically manning a second corner store that Izuku was able to open up with the cat. Ash and just kind of start like trying to do a chain-esque thing with it. But anyway, Izuku kind of like chilling in all reality, and the Darklings are doing most of the work. You know, like a fucking sane person would have it done. But that's my personal thing. But yeah, like Izuku summons a lot of these little fuckers. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, because like Izuku like makes sure like all like the ones that he has are like good at making shit and good at killing shit. Which, like, he's like, alright, go. Report that these 3 people, they'll sort you out, I guess. But, yeah. In all reality, what happens is, like, one time the crate of weapons ended up getting, like, taken by the Hero Association and like used, and like it was a really special batch. They Izuku kind of basically gave people, like, how do I say this in the most straightforward way, rocket launcher Glocks, I guess. Because Izuku doesn't really, I mean, like, granted, they look like Glocks, like, but, like, it's very easy to tell, like, when it fires, a rocket comes out and blows something up. So, yeah, so, after, like, that shit got to Izuku's ears, like, an hour and a half after, like, the heroes had it, he dropped concentration immediately. He was like, no, bad. That's not good. And, like, they already did a test fire of it in the PD. They weren't expecting fucking explosives. They were expecting fucking bullets. And to see that it didn't have a clip was weird. And the fact that, like, you could only shoot it in the darkness multiple times was weird. But, yeah. Like, that shit straight up disappeared on them. All of them are thinking, the fuck? Were those real? Were those real weapons? Yes, the damage was real. But, yeah. Izuku sets up another appointment for the gun trade-off. Basically, sits back again. Like, when it comes to Izuku, he's not the one doing the legwork yet. Izuku doesn't have to do anything. He just has fucking Darklings do it. Granted, like, Izuku isn't blooded. Like I said, he hasn't killed anyone yet. And Izuku, like, damn near at all times has, like, at the very least, like, 16 to 17 Darklings just, like, following him. With, like, the world's stupidest type of weaponry. I'm talking, like, some shit straight out of cartoon land. I mean, just some dumb shit. Yeah, because, like, Izuku, at this point, just was like, no, what, fuck it, let's see if this works. And, like, one day, Izuku just, like, had to test it, because he was so fucking curious. Like, he went to Dagobah Beach, it was, like, 12 p.m., he, like, made something out of a video game that he once seen, and fired it. Now, this thing that he fired was something straight out of Fallout 3. It was the Fat Man. And it worked. And Izuku immediately fucking bounced. Bounced as soon as, like, oh shit, it actually worked. So, Izuku got some really fucking weird guns, just, like, around. And he, like, gives his people really weird fucking guns. Like I said, some shit out of cartoon land. But yeah, like, when it comes down to Izuku specifically, and, like, well, not Izuku, but, like, the Darklings, and Voss, and Jackal, and Hyde. Jackal is, like, recruiting, like, people with intelligence quirks, science, like, scientists and shit, people that know what they're doing, about, like, making smack and shit. Like, in speed and all that, like, bad shit for you. And then you have Jackal, who's getting people like Moonfish and Toga along the lines with like some other, like, no-name villains, like the ones from the USJ. Like those type. Like, not all of them are amazing, but not all of them are bad either. And, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, All For One had Korigiri fucking waiting in the wings, watching Izuku for a while. So, like, Korigiri does see a lot of vans and shit pull up to where Izuku lives at nighttime. And, like, people dragging stuff out of the bags and bringing them into his room and then seemingly dragging them back out. Which would basically be the bodies with the hearts So yeah, it's kinda, yeah, it's neat. So darkness naturally getting fucking stronger, along with the minions themselves, the darklings, which means Izuku could like do even weirder shit now. Oh, like, should I give him the? No, not yet, not yet, not there yet in the story. But the USJ situation happens, and like as soon as that shit like hits the news, because Izuku like did get a letter about it. He sent like 2 darklings to represent him. Like 2 random ass darklings to represent that knew how to kill shit. Now, granted, that ended up in leaving Aizawa significantly more injured. Because, like, granted, it was really light. Oh. Nice. Anyway. Leave me alone, I'm a D&D nerd. Anyway. But, well, not a D&D. Well, I am a D&D nerd, but I'm a tabletop nerd in general. But back to the story. Izuku and, like, the Darkling's kind of like, yeah, sure, it's light as hell in there. And it fucking hurts. But, like, they immediately ran. Well, actually, no, they probably would have been teleported, like, into, like, the landslide zone and just waited. Waited, got bored, left, seeing Aizawa getting his shit, like, stomping people, and they're like, okay, he's a problem, shoot him. And they basically pull out Uzis and just start spraying. Nothing special with the Uzis or the bullets coming out, just regular Uzis. Which, before the Darklings get, like, captured or knocked out, both of them, like, before Aizawa could get to them, put a bullet in each other's dome and disappear into shadow. No bodies, nothing, just like, ah, shit. And, like, both of them shoot each other in the face, disappear. In the shadow. They're gonna have to reform for, like, about a month. Back in, like, I'm just gonna call, like, their little dimension the Shadow Sanctum, because that sounds metal as fuck, but, yeah. So, they're gonna take some time to reform, while, like, Izuku does sense them die, and it's like, okay, they did their job. Hopefully. But, yeah. Aizawa was significantly more hurt in this one. All for One, and since All for One and, like, All Might didn't get their fucking injuries, that Nomu is strong as fuck. That Nomu is significantly stronger than Aizawa. It could beat the dog shit out of him. He almost dies. So, yeah, no, he physically can't go to class the next day. His ass ain't good enough. He can't move his body. Full body cast this man. And had to get multiple, like, organs stitched back up because he got fucked. But yeah, after Izuku realizes that, we're gonna cut back to actual Izuku now. Like, Izuku's kind of pissed because he was fixing to go there. Fuckers. And he was like, nah, we're figuring out who did this, and we're gonna make him eat the fucking curb. And he basically sends a message to Voss, the boss of his little fucking gang. Voss basically gathers everyone. Is like, alright, we're gonna go kill the fuckers who attacked you, eh? We don't know where they are. But we're gonna be fucking looking. Looking, it's not gonna be a question, it's a fact. But Izuku in this, he's petty. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, being, like, kind of put down for most of your life about being quirkless. Yeah, no, fuck these people. They, like, granted, they had valid points to turn him away at the gate. But they could have gave him a fucking chance. Which is all Izuku was really asking for, was a chance. But, yeah. Doing that, people like, oh, no, what? Nah, fuck it, I'm gonna keep going. This is gonna be, fuck, oops, shit. One moment. Okay, fuck. I dealt with it. Jesus Christ. No, because I had a fucking video that was uploading. It's already uploaded. It's fine. But, I kinda want to end it here so I could go upstairs. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep going. I don't have much else to do. So yeah, I'm dumb. Anyway, back to Izuku. It takes them until, like, the sports festival to get, like, in contact. But, yeah. What do I mean by in contact? Oh, I mean, like, Shigaraki wants to talk to this gang leader. And Shigaraki is openly, like, taking credit for, like, oh, I sent this person to do this. And it's like, okay. But, yeah. Oh, fuck, my shoulders. But, Izuku goes to that meeting. And since, like, Kurigiri's not watching him, he's not expecting him to go. So, like, they just think, oh, we'll just, like, get our, like, usual set of mercs for, like, business like this. Because they weren't expecting them to bring a heavy hitter like Izuku. But, yeah, Izuku's kind of, like, melded into the shadows underneath the table. And just, like, he plans on following them. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, he just plans on, I'm going to follow them to where they live. And I'm going to kill everyone there. And Darkness and I are going to have fun. But anyway, yeah, he goes there. He gets nice set up ready before, well, the meeting even starts. In the, like, little neutral ground location. Kurigiri doesn't know he's there. All for One doesn't know. People just don't know who the fuck or where the fuck Izuku is. Well, people know who he is, but you get the idea. Izuku basically lets the meeting go on and on a little bit. They talk. Like, Voss, along with Jekyll and Hyde, like, offer drinks and shit. They drink, not Korigiri, but Shigaraki gets like flapping his gums a bit too much. Korigiri like keeps it in line, makes sure everything that he wants, like Shigaraki wanted, is getting what he wanted, and yeah, they open a portal, begin to go, and Izuku comes out of the table like in his little like tiny fucking shadow form, just kind of goes in with them. And that is where we are going to end the episode. Hold on, what if Izuku Midoriya had darkness? Or also known as Darkness Deku, because... Oh yeah, I'm gonna say this now, like... Izuku isn't a vigilante, but he isn't a villain either. Like... And he's sure as fuck not a hero. That's like... The pin... Like... In all reality... He is... my Two-Face Deku mixed with a bit of Ultron. Just an eensy. Like enough for it to move forward in the way that it is. And yes. I hope all of you have a wonderful day. And I have a question for you. What would you think about like a Transformer what if? I'm just curious. I want to like test the waters with that. I want to see if like, hey, when people get to this point, if people get to this point, how they feel about it. Because I personally like to do one. And I'm like 90% certain like this will be fucking good. Like it's like a passion project that I kind of want to do because it seems fun. But yeah, hope you all have a nice day. And from me to you all personally, cheers.